We made those things explicitly clear for our guys. Certainly not a week to take our foot off the gas in terms of any of that stuff right there. But also got to use it wisely. You know, a lot of the guys have logged a lot of reps so far, 5 games into the season. We want to make sure we take some of the not the physicality of practice, but some of those physical moments and periods of practice, ease some of those reps off of the guys that have logged a lot of reps and really increase the amount that the twos and the threes have, the guys that haven't gotten as much playing time. For two reasons: try to get those guys better and try to find ourselves a couple other guys that could really help contribute and play down the stretch. And also focusing on 3 areas by position group and also by unit where we can improve upon, whatever that may be, whether it be technical, fundamental, schematically. We want to do that. And then, of course, the most important part, all these guys being student athletes, is making sure that, you know, I've seen bye weeks at places where it's, you know, everybody kind of like relax mode, and we want to be the opposite. We want to make sure that early to class, early to tutoring appointments, everything else that goes with it, just enhance the culture, enhance the standards, keep elevating it, and making sure that we find a way to be successful and win every single day. So, and at the same time, getting a jump on our next opponent, Washington. And that being said, open to questions.
Questions? Do you embrace the rival? Microphone. Not your first press conference. Sorry.
It's bye week. Do you embrace the rivalry, or is this just any other game? Do you hype up the importance of the Washington rivalry, and what do you know about it?
I think rivalry games hype up themselves. I don't think that's a part I think that most coaches are alleviated of. You know, the motivation is there. It's deep, and it's strong, and so I know that part is in good hands.
On the right over here, Ryan.
Washington has a road game this Saturday evening. How much of an advantage do you think that is to have an extra week to get ready for them?
I think, you know, it seems that way when you're successful that day and not when things don't work out, though. Well, I think the bye week for us comes at a very good time, and I think the plan is really, really good. We thought this out. We talked about this way back in the springtime and then researched in the summer. Just, you know, years of research, what has worked out well following a bye week, and also took into account who was your opponent, what were the circumstances, what was your team like, how good was your team, how you know, good was your competition and whatnot, and felt that we could come up with a good plan. We feel really strongly about it. The players feel really good about it today, meeting with them after practice. You know, sometimes you worry about a bye week because you're in a good rhythm and you don't want to get off that rhythm. So you maintain that rhythm by doing some good work and making sure that the speed of the game is being practiced, that the fundamental, the polish, and the enhancing of the fundamental technical part of every single player on your team has got to be pushed. We're increasing the amount of individual work we're doing this week by a large amount of time in every phase, so we can get better at that and against each other, going to good on good. So I didn't answer your question. I don't have an answer. It's all good. It's all good.
Tyson.
With each week Justin plays, there seems to be more and more chatter about how he's going to project as an NFL player, and there's always scouts there. How much are you guys as coaches talking with scouts and just kind of dealing with that auxiliary stuff, that maybe shielding Justin from that, or just what's your guys' kind of interaction like with those types of people?
Well, with the scouts, we have made this a complete open door policy for scouts. We took that approach. It was something that I learned at the last place I was at. And it gives you an opportunity to enhance the status of your players, because when the scouts are here, they get to watch everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And they get to watch how players practice, how they are around their teammates, the way they learn and process, how they transition from drill work to actual unit work and teamwork. And if a guy, you know, can really enhance his draft status, opening the door like that for scouts, does them a tremendous service. It really does. So we do that, and we handle that. In terms of any NFL talk and any one of our players, you know, we had an agreement before the season started that we weren't going to address any NFL talk for juniors or seniors until after our last game of the season. That's an agreement and a policy we came up with the Leadership Council, and that's going to be our approach to it. You know, is it out there? Of course it's out there, and you know, with social media, that stuff blows up more and more. But our team, we feel the team is grounded, as well as Justin. So I think you know, all that stuff will be taken care of when the time is right.
Second row left, Eric.
Yeah, new place kicker, new punter, new long snapper, a lot of new guys out there. Kind of, how do you think those guys have played, and will Maimone and Snee continue to kind of switch off reps?
Yeah, they'll continue to switch off reps and compete. I mean, they're both talented. You see, Maymone's got a cannon and he's got a monster leg, and we worked on a lot of stuff to shorten down his footwork and get the ball off quicker, and it's worked out. They both need to be more consistent. We need to be more consistent at the snapper position as well. There's been a lot of progress, but still not to the level that we want to get to, and they know that. But overall, just pleased with the way that they're continuing to get better. Snee is, he's got the ability to roll out there and do some of the rugby stuff, and he's almost like a pitching wedge. He could kick that ball that just dies on the spot, and he's had some pretty effective kicks down there that have really flipped the field for us and have gotten some hidden yardage for us. So he does some really good stuff. But Maimone has really worked hard at this thing, and the best thing that we could do with those guys is keep that competition open and alive, and see who has the best week and what fits the scheme. What type of pressure a team is bringing to be able to use the right guy and be most effective.
Mario, just in your first impressions of Washington's defense, they're obviously leading the league in scoring, not allowing very many points at all, and that secondary is probably going to be the best secondary you guys face this season. Just what are your thoughts on a secondary that good with Murphy and plenty of other guys who just met All-Americans back there?
Yeah. Oh, and you know what? It goes beyond that. Their linebackers are, same kind of outfit. They're big, they're physical, they're disciplined, they're athletic. They're a complete defense, and there's a reason why they lead the league in scoring defense and many other categories. They know their scheme well. They're very good fundamentally. They get their hands inside. They play with their pads down. Real good defense.